Good morning. Hey everyone. It's another Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's Sunday this time. I checked my calendar about 5 times before I started just to be sure. I'm checking one more time just to be sure. Yep, it's Sunday. Right day to be streaming. Hope you all are doing well. Let's get going with some more Krastorio 2. Alright. Well, this is where we last left things. Hey, Ubu Bob. How are you? We were getting things set up to do red and green science packs. I decided for now just to build at 90 science packs a minute based on the size of the what do you call it here? The array, the lab array. We've got 45 labs. Most of the research is 30 seconds each. So we figured for now, 90 per minute would keep all these labs running. And we'll be doing that until we get through the basic research. I mean, when I say basic, I just mean, unlocking all the different forms of technology. I am running the extended endgame mod for Krastorio 2, which means that at the end, we need to build the intergalactic transceiver, which requires a lot of science packs and stuff like that. So later on the game, we'll expand more to get greater levels of science production. Yeah, and then I think with this endgame mod, if I'm not mistaken, there's no infinite research. Oh yeah, there is. Is there? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so we still do have infinite research in K2, like for mining productivity and so forth. So if we did want to, even keep running after the end game is completed and build something bigger, we can go ahead and do that. No worries there. So anyway, let's get to this build. I've already got copper, iron, and green circuits brought in, which is really all that we should need to make this work. Okay, now in terms of what these things need, we are going to need basic tech cards for both of these. So I thought that we could start by, building that. Yeah, none of these use plates directly. But for the red, we'll have basic tech cards and an automation course. And then for the green ones, we're going to have basic tech cards, green circuits, and iron gear wheels. Okay. All right. Now the basic tech cards, for those we need wood and copper cable. Okay, so I need to bring wood in here as well, don't I? And that won't be a problem because I do have another train station. Actually, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one, and then I'll rotate it. Put that there. And then we're going to change this train station. We're going to call it wood in. Okay. And I'm going to set the limit on these to a single train, just because we're not going to be needing a whole lot of materials to run at this rate. And that'll prevent too many trains from coming here where they might be needed elsewhere instead. Okay. All right, and it looks like we've already got a train dispatched. We're just waiting for that to fill up, and then it should be over here. Okay. So again, basic tech cards. Let's see how many we're going to need. So for all of this, we need three. We need 3 basic tech cards per second for this whole build. All right, and the recipe makes 5 every 20 seconds, which is 1 every 4 seconds. Oh, you know what? I need 3 per second. Hang on a second. Bear with me. I had this set up in Factory Planner. Okay, yeah, I need 2 machines. We had already planned this out. So I need 2 machines making the basic tech cards. So since this is going to feed both sides, I think I'll just make those like, you know, down here, let's say. Okay. Yeah, so 5 every 20 means that we can output 2 yellow inserters. And we need 5 wood, 5 copper, so that's 10 items every 20 seconds. Yeah, so a single yellow inserter ought to work. We can use that for the wood. And then we can do something like this. And then I think, actually let's change this up a little bit. I think a single machine making the copper wire will probably suffice. Right. So we can do something like that. All right, and then I'm going to pick that up and I'm actually going to rotate it 90 degrees. All right, so I'll feed wood in over here. Where's our wood train, by the way? Almost full. There we go. And is it coming here? No, it's going to the green circuit production. Do I need to add another train? I might need to. Yeah, okay. Let's add another train for the wood. Okay, the bots will build that momentarily. Here comes our green circuits, or more of them, I should say. All right. Let's get some power brought up. Okay, and we'll throw in a light. All right, and then my copper plate is way up here. What else is going to need copper? That does not. What about automation cores? Yeah, automation cores need copper. And those go on the red side. All right, so I'll bring this belt of copper down on the red side so that we can use it to feed the production of the automation cores. What do automation cores need? Actually, let's build that as well. And that way I can probably take care of both of these things with a single belt. looking for? Here we go. Copper plate, iron stick, and iron gears. Okay. So we could build our automation cores right here. Okay, and then we'll have iron sticks and iron gears. So we could do something like this. Actually, I might need more than that. Let's look at our planner here. Yeah, I'll need 2 machines making gears. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna... Oh, okay. Well, this includes the requirements for this as well. Okay. So, yeah, so I think one each is gonna work. Hey, Creed. How are you? Yeah, because this gives us 4 every 2 seconds, so that's half a second per gear. And here we need 4 every 2 seconds. Yeah, so a single machine on the gears will work over here on this side. All right. So let's bring the copper down like this. I'll pick these up. Let's put that there in the middle. There. Okay. Yeah, and then we can just split our outputs. Alright, now in this case, I'm going to want this to go... Let's have this go on the inside of the belt. Yeah, I think that ought to do it. Okay, our train is ready. I'm going to give it a stack of wood as fuel to get started. And then this is going to go to wood out. Hey, Elsa Zacht, how are you? We'll go fill up with wood there. And then we go to wood in until empty. And then we go to refuel when needed. And I'm going to send it first to the refuel station to fill up the rest of the way with train fuel. And then it'll go pick up the wood. You know what I'm missing here? Now I'm not going to have a station. I'm not going to have a train station to get my stuff out of here. Although I am directly next to where the labs are. While left clicking, you can unmerge the chests. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. I think I know what you mean. Let's try this. You mean with the tool. So there's merge chests, and then if I... How do you do that? While left clicking, you can unmerge the chests. Okay, I don't get it. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, okay. That's all right. Oh, okay. Shift. Yeah, so if you hold down shift and do that, it'll unmerge. Yeah, so shift, left click. If you shift select, it'll unmerge, and if you select without shift, it'll merge. Okay, let's see where our train's at. Still refueling. No, it's not refueling. Where is it? Okay, it's loading now. Good. Here, and I'm going to tell it to go. Even though it's not full, let's just get some wood brought in so we can get this party started. Okay, and then over here, I need some iron. So let's do that. Okay, and then that'll get us going on the red science. As soon as we give it some power. Okay, beautiful. And it's not doing anything. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm making the wrong recipe. I screwed up. These are basic tech cards. I need blank tech cards. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay. And that means I don't need wood. Blank tech cards. Crap. Okay. And now I have to get rid of all this. Okay. Well, let's deconstruct. Well, no, I won't deconstruct it. I'll just pick it up and trash it. Alright, off to a good start, guys. Here, I'll make a couple active providers. Oh, okay, maybe I don't need that. Okay. So let's get that cleaned up. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, Soulburn. Yeah, it is fun, especially when you do it right. Okay, let's try this again. Blank tech cards. All right. 2 machines making blank tech cards. So we'll still do this. Yeah, Soulburn. I'm not still working on red and green. I'm working on red and green again because obviously I've done a lot of research already to get this far. But what I've done is I had a starter base here, and I just got to the point where I could do rails and laser turrets and robots, and then I removed the starter base, and now I'm rebuilding at a larger scale. All right, so this needs iron and copper cable. Question is, how much copper cable does it need? 2 copper cable. Okay, yeah, so a single machine. All right. Yeah, so this wasn't, I'm not all bad right now. Not too hard to fix this. There we go. And then we need iron plate over here. And then I do have a station that I can send my science packs. Although, like I said, I'm right next door to the labs, so maybe I'll just send them over on a belt instead. There. Now we're good. Ah. That has to go on the near side. Okay, now we're good. And let's pick these up. Okay. Okay, we got that part fixed, and then over here I need green circuits and iron gear wheels. Yeah, 1 machine making iron gear wheels will be enough. So I'll put that right here. Actually, let's put it right here. Okay. That should do it. Let's just check it to be sure. Hey, Sammy G. Yeah, this is I would say that this is a lot easier to handle than C block, which is one of the reasons I like this mod. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and then these basic tech cards can get lost because I'm never going to need those again. I did finish all the research that required basic tech cards. Okay, so we don't have to make basic tech cards on the grid. We've already done all that research. Okay, so now since these are all fed via bots, let's see. Do I really want to put these on a train? Like I said, I don't really see the need to. So let's just, since we're right next door, I'll just run the belt next door and then we'll unload it into logistics chests. No, let's get this out of the way. I'll cross it over right here. I need iron plates. Thanks for the follow, Sammy. Appreciate that. Let me steal a few iron plates over here. I'm going to make another... I'll use filter inserters here at the end so that I can put each one of these in a separate chest. That could be better here. That's interesting. Why won't it connect? What the hell? What is this business going on here? Let me see what's in my blueprint. Okay. Let's get rid of this and get rid of that. Okay, now, there we go. Seems like there's a limit on how many connections you can have to a single pole. That's interesting. All right. So we'll set this one to red, and we'll set this one to green. All right. And now we can feed all the labs. A max of 5. Okay. Thanks, Solburn. I didn't know that. Okay. And some of these labs are working and some of these labs are not because I don't have all the required science packs coming in here yet. Reason for that being that, well, what I do have loaded in here is mostly just leftover science cards from when I dismantled the starter base. Right, so right now we're just kind of using up some of those remainders. All right, and it would be nice if these were faster, but this'll eventually catch up, and we'll be, you know, we'll be able to fill the chest at least as fast as we're able to produce these science cards. So I'm not too worried here about the belt being filled up right now. It'll eventually get emptied out. And in fact, once all these greens get used up, then, well, here we can do this. Yeah, I guess I'll always have a few leftover greens here on the end of the belt. If those were filter stack inserters, that would probably be even better. Okay. All right, so we got red and green done. Let's add a tag so we know what that cell does. There. Ah, good point, Solburn. That fixes that problem. Yeah, right. Hazelzock did some mod. I'm using, I forget what the mod's called. If you go to the About section on my Twitch page there, I have a mods list. But yeah, this is from one of the mods. And like I said, I don't remember which one it is. But there's a mod that basically gives you power armor and a full setup like this from the beginning of the game. Okay. And in terms of the research, we are right now we're prioritizing getting to the railgun turrets to help our defenses. Our wall is pretty solid. Works very well. But very soon we will have behemoth size spiders to deal with, and then it's going to become a lot more challenging. So yeah, here's an attack in case you want to see the wall in action. It's quite a simple design, but it does a great job. Nothing has gotten through so far. Right. So each one of these sections is just 3 flamethrowers, 2 laser turrets, and a kill box, a corridor that they're forced to run through while they get decimated. So works really well so far. But what I'd like to do is between each of these, I'm going to place a railgun turret, and that will help immensely. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great wall design. It's not mine. I wish I could take credit for it, but I found it on Reddit about a year ago. I forget the name of the author right now, but it works amazingly. But as time goes on, I do get more and more damage done. When I first set up the wall, I was hardly ever taking any damage at all. But over time, the biters are getting stronger. I'm getting more and more damage taken. Occasionally, they will destroy 1 or 2 wall sections, like on the outer layer. But up until now, they've never been able to actually breach the wall. And even if they do breach the wall, they're still, even if they're in this area here, they're still going to get hammered. So, like I said, it's a pretty good design. Even with Behemoths, this might still work, but Krastorio's got some cool weapons, so I think we should put them to use. Right. No problem at all. Evolution's at 82% right now. So, once it gets to 90, then things start getting a lot tougher. Okay. Well, let's do our blue science plan. And let's get those blue tech cards done. Chemical tech cards is what we're calling them these days. I'll just do a text. Okay. And like I said before, right now we're just doing 90 a minute. And later on we'll improve that. Okay, so 8 machines, just like the other ones. We need glass, red circuits, more of those pesky blank tech cards, and sulfuric acid. So this will be pretty easy because glass and red circuits are going to come in by rail. The blank tech cards will require copper and iron. And then we have the sulfuric acid. And I don't think I have sulfuric acid on the grid yet, do I? Let's see. Where's my refinery? Here we go. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, so this won't be too difficult at all. Let's do that over here. Clear out all the debris. Okay. I need trains. You know what? Let me just request some train parts so I can build them more quickly. Oops. I used to know how to do this. There we go. Okay. And those will come from the mall. And, you know, for anyone who's new to the stream, we've got a bot-based mall, which is working pretty well so far. We got lots of storage. We do some recycling of old stuff. We consume ore that gets put into the bot network, including stone. We actually make a bit of glass here as well, but that's really just to have it as an ingredient for some of the other stuff. But we are making glass on a larger scale over here and feeding a train. Right, and then this chlorine that we're making is so that we can mine rare metals and make rare metal over there. I'm not doing ore enrichment yet, no. That'll be a little bit further down the road. We'll get that set up. Okay, have I got my trains? Yes, I do. Okay, so let's make, we'll use this one for the glass. Okay, so I haven't made any glass in stations yet. This will be the first. And again, I'll just set a train limit of 1 for now. Right, and then I've just been feeding the trains with a stack of wood to get them started, and then they'll go refuel. All right, so we're going to go to glass out until full, and then we go glass in until empty, and then we go refuel until inactivity, and we'll start with the fuel. And then we will unload thusly. Hey Jim, how you doing? Welcome, sir. All right. Let me see if I can find the dead center here, because I'm kind of picky like that. All right. That's the center of the grid. And since we're going to have 8 machines, there we go. Blue tech cards, chemical tech cards, whatever you want to call them. This is the place. All right, let's do acid over here. So we'll throw in another train, this time with fluid wagons. Let's name the station first. Okay, Mac, how you doing? All right. So the train routes are very simple, as you can see. Thanks to the train limits, You can now depend on Factorio to do some load balancing without having to manually manage every single train route. Doing well, doing well. All right, so we'll go to the refuel station first. And by the way, the refueling, where's my refueling station? Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, this is the refueling station. Right, so trains, well, trains can use lots of different things for fuel, but I'm making actual fuel over here at the refinery with these fuel refinery buildings. And we are using a mod, which, once again, I can't remember the name of. Oh, hey, Robnitz. Thank you for the sub, and thanks for watching on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I am way behind on uploading these videos to YouTube. I hope I haven't missed any episodes. Eesh. That would be bad. But anyway, I'm running a mod. I know Clonin wrote it. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, it allows you to designate a train station as a refueling station. You add it to your train schedules, but the trains will only go there when they actually need fuel. Otherwise, they will automatically... The way it works is it just... If it can skip the refuel station, it just changes the name in the schedule to this. And since that station doesn't exist, it doesn't go there. And then when the train does need fuel, it removes that little skip symbol. And then it has a valid station and it'll go there. So, fairly simple and elegant way to have automatic refueling without having to go through a lot of headache. Okay. Do I want to use... I'm just going to use the regular small storage tanks here rather than the large ones. Okay, so we'll need to do something like that. I need more pumps. Now the reason I have this mess of power poles in some places is because I changed the placement of power poles after I initially designed the grid. So some of the old grid sections had the original power pole design, and then I plopped the new design on top. So that's why you'll see a lot of places like this where there's like just a lot of unnecessary power poles. Alright, and then yeah, connecting these is kind of an issue. I really wish the Factorio boys would have made these storage tanks more symmetrical. Right, like have the inputs and outputs in the middle, like you get with these type of tanks. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah, we'll just come out from here, I guess. Let's add one more pump. Okay, And now we have our sulfuric acid. All right, and then the blank tech cards. Okay, so we need... Here we can do glass on this side. Let me see. You know, why don't we do the output on this side? Okay. So I still need to bring in, I need to bring in 3 more ingredients. And I need 1 out as well. And I only have 2 stations left. So in this case, I'm going to have to change my station layout to this style, like I'm using in the mall. So this setup allows more trains to be present. The drawback is that it doesn't allow any, there's no stacker in this case, right? So with this style, I can stack a second train. So this is good for, this style is good for high volume, low complexity, right? And this style is good for high complexity, but you can only have 1 train at a time. So what I'll do is I'll switch these, I'm going to switch these last 2 stations to use that style. And this way I'll be able to get more stations in here. Okay. And then I just have to remember how to do the signaling. Okay, it would be like that. I suppose I should I just convert the whole thing? I probably should. All right, so let's do this. I should have made another blueprint. Okay, so let's just remove everything except for the signals. Yeah. Okay, now in this case, I don't need this crossover. No, you know what? Let's leave it. Let's leave it. I'll just remove that station. Oh, yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. Alright, yeah, I will remove the crossover then. Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that before I set this up. It's okay though, it'll work. Okay, and then we'll remove that. And then we remove that. And we remove this. And we remove this. And that. Okay. I'll go ahead and remove this station too, actually. Yeah, because here... Alright, yeah, let's remove that. Okay, I can keep this, but I should put in some additional signaling. Yeah, I will remove that station. No, that's okay. Okay. Shouldn't be too screwed up, I don't think. What is this doing there? Okay. I don't know why that signal is there, to be honest. I don't think I really need it. Yeah. Okay. I think this is all right. Okay, so let's do copper and iron over here. And this is so we can make the basic tech cards. Okay, that rocket fuel is mine. That's for my jetpacks. Okay, which one is this? This one's iron, right? And this one will be copper. Okay, yep. Okay, so copper out. I wish there was a way to automate this. This is kind of tedious. Well, I guess there is. I could just copy paste it from another train. Maybe I'll start doing that. Okay. All right, and now we need to set up the unload. You know, why don't I make a blueprint? That's a good idea, right? We'll throw that in my blueprint book. There. Now, unfortunately, because of these chests... Oh, how unfortunate. Okay. It's slightly misaligned. Unfortunately, because of these long chests, you can't rotate them by 90 degrees. So I would actually need two of these blueprints. Okay. All right. So for this, I think a single machine on the tech cards. Yep. That's all that we need. Let's feed them this way. All right. Let's make sure I get the right recipe this time. Blank tech cards. Move that over one. Copper cables. Okay. All right. So here we just need iron plate, which is coming from here. Do these need iron plate too? No, they do not. Okay. All right. How are my trains doing? Looks like they're waiting to get refueled. It looks like the iron... Yeah, my iron pickup is... What? Okay. We are out of fuel. Okay. All right. We need to go fix that. Okay, so what I had been doing, this was originally full of coal. But this actually needs to be coke. All right. So I had a bunch of coal in here originally, and then I set this little thing up just to turn it into coke by adding the wood, which you see here. So we don't want this anymore. That means we're going to have a lot of wood to get rid of. Okay. And let's send that one on its way. Okay. So now we'll just have to start importing coke directly. Which I was planning to make over here, and we are not making yet. Alright. So we're going to have to do that before we can finish. Because we needed coke to make the steel. All right. So let's go set up some coke production. Okay, so we need wood and coal. All right, so let's make this. Oh, okay. Yeah, coke out. Great. All right. So let's set up a loading station. Yeah, these are old style stations as well. Before we had loaders and all that good stuff. All right. Oh yeah, no, I don't want that one. What's a good one to use? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, and this one I'm going to have to... All right, so if I shift, I can go like that. Then I can put that there. And then I can merge afterwards. There. Okay. So with this amount of coal, yeah, you know, I'm not sure how much. Will this tell me how much I get from this? 22.8 per second is what I'll get from this. Excuse me. Okay. And I was planning to bring, wood over by belt. So let's see, if I'm making coke, What's 22.8 divided by 0.75? 30. Okay, I need 30 furnaces. Well, let's do this. Okay, that'll use 3 per second. So if I do 5 of these, that'll use a full yellow belt of each. But we can actually handle more than that, so... Well, that'll probably be enough. We'll just do that. Let's put in power. And a light. Okay. Okay. Yeah, one full yellow belt, right? Okay, and that should give me Coke. Right on. Okay. Okay. So, Coke out. There we go. Coke out until full. And then this one needs to be renamed to Coke in. And we need a train. Nothing is being loaded. Ah. You know what? Let's just remove the filter altogether. Okay, great. So that gives us a full yellow belt of Coke. You know what? While we're at it, why don't we let's step this up. Yeah. We might as well double this. Okay, so I want all this to be red. Yeah, and actually let's just do a red one here. Yeah, you don't actually, I could have left that there. That's fine. Is that where it was? Yeah. Okay. So let's do this. Oh, here. I'll just do this. start bringing myself some red logistic components. Or as a matter of fact, yeah, that's fine. I was going to say I should switch over to red logistics components altogether at this stage, but really it's at the scales we're building at now, it's not going to be that necessary. So I'd rather just be more efficient with the materials. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Let me just load myself up with some of these. Okay, good. Okay, and then once this gets fully running, then that should give us a full red belt coming out, which is 30 a second. Now I know that the coal, this little coal patch can't keep up with 30 a second, but we're probably not going to be having to produce 30 a second for, for the steady state. Once this gets filled, then it'll slow down, and after that we'll only be producing precisely what we need. But until then, this chest is eventually going to get emptied out because we're not mining quite fast enough to feed a full red belt. Oh, and we do have a lot more coal over here too, so if we need more coal, we got plenty of it. So once this patch runs dry, then we'll change this from a coal out station to a coal in station, if that makes sense. In fact, we could even do that now, but I would like to use up that coal patch. Now let's do something here. Let's see. It doesn't reach. Oh, I can't put circuits on those. Okay. Yeah, so we can do something here. This might not really be necessary, but just so that we like to make sure that we always have coal for plastic production. Right, we can have this only pull coal out if we have at least 1,000 coal in the chest. And that way, whenever we need plastic, there will always be some coal available for plastic. Okay, so have we actually delivered any coke yet? Looks like no. Okay, so let's go ahead and send this on, so that at least we can get some loaded and get our iron production restarted. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Rob, I'm with you. I like a little bit of spaghetti here and there. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to take a short break, and then we'll get back to the blue science. All right, so I will be back in 5. See you shortly. Okay, I'm back. I think I went a little over time there on the break. Sorry about that. All right. More than I needed additional coffee. I really need a good stretch after I've been sitting here a while. Okay. All right. So iron should be forthcoming. Now that we have the coke rolling in, and we're making more steel. Beautiful. It's going to be a little while. I'm going to send him along with whatever he's got. Okay. And which one are you going to? I wish I could see. Well, I guess it doesn't determine what its next stop is until it gets moving, right? Would you happen to be going to Blue Science if I send you on? No. Where are you going? Circuits. Oh, okay. All right, now let's... All right, yeah, what I'm missing here is copper. Oh, here it comes. Awesome. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I can't get more iron because it says destination is full. Because there's already 2 trains coming to get filled up with iron. So it's going to take a little while for the iron to recover. Now, how about this? You know what, I think we should get another... I think we should dispatch another train for moving iron ore. So let's do that real quick. I only have 1 train moving iron ore right now. Okay. Okay, now we got our blank tech cards. So we need glass and we need red circuits. Okay, so where do we put the red circuits? All right, so we'll do red circuits over here, and then this will be our output over there. And looks like we need another station for that. All right. Red circuits in glass. Okay, and we'll need another train. You know what I could do? Maybe I could set up a way to automatically have a train. That's a good idea, Rob. I'm sure that would be very fun for you guys. Maybe I should set up a station where I always have a train that is fueled and ready to go in the mall. That seems like a good idea. All right, so red circuits out. Red circuits in. Refuel. Off you go. So let's do that. I don't think it'll take long. Okay. The only issue is if I do it here, how the heck am I going to get the train out? Okay, might be able to do it. Well, I could use this. This is close to the mall, and I'm not going to be using this station for anything. So the question is, how can I make it so that there's always a train there? And even after I send one out, it automatically blueprints another one. I think I would need a mod for that. I know there are mods that do that. Hey, JD. Good day, mate. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for bringing your crew. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I am doing great, thanks. We're playing Krastorio 2. Building up our base. We're just adding a little bit of low volume science production. And I'm just thinking about a way that I could automatically have a train ready to go whenever I need a train. And I think for that I would need the automatic, what do they call it? There's a blueprint, automatic blueprint deployment mod. What is the name of that mod? Let me look it up here. Blueprint tools. Oh, recursive blueprints, I think is what it's called. Yes, recursive blueprints. There's a bit of a learning curve to that one. We could do it. We could do it. The red-eyed sniper, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Let's do it. You know what? Let's take a few minutes to figure that out. Well, tell you what. Let's get first. Let's get this blue science finished, so we can get that running and we can start to do more research. Taleb, thank you for the follow. We'll do that first, and then we will load recursive blueprint mod, and we'll figure out how to use it. That might be a little bit of fun. Okay, so here we're waiting for red circuits to come in, and it looks like it is now on its way. There we go. Pog yourself. Thanks for the follow. Okay, and that's the last thing that we needed. So we're going to run this belt up here. Boom, boom, like this. And then we'll bring down the glass from here. And that should give us everything that we need. Beautiful. Right, and this is complaining about destination full because there are already 2 other trains waiting to get the iron. So unfortunately we starved the iron smelter of fuel, and we consumed everything that was built up, and now the trains are loading. The trains are only loading as fast as we can make the plates. So at this point, we probably actually need more iron production, to be honest. Here, let's make that whole thing red. Not that we need the speed, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we're using loaders. It doesn't matter if the 2 sides of the belt get unbalanced. It'll automatically take care of it. Yeah, how was your stream, JD, if you're still there? Hope you guys had a good time. What were you playing? We should do one of these. That didn't work. God dang it. Does anybody know how to use Twitch? Shout out. We'll just do a manual shout out. I suck. All right. So this now will be this will be the blue science cards out. Okay. So for that we need a train. Let's see. You know what? For science cards, I think I'll just do single wagons right now, since we're not making like really high volumes of this stuff, and that way we won't have to wait as long for the train to fill. Okay. So for anyone who's new to this series, it's a little tricky. If you want to use a loader to load trains, you can't use the Krastorio loader. You have to use a mini loader. Oh, okay. And here's the other thing. You have to put this one first, and then put a mini loader And that works. There's a technical limitation that we have to overcome here. Oh, and you know what? Sorry. How are we doing this? Yeah, mini loader to chest. Okay, yeah, so I actually need to turn that around. Yeah, it's a little finicky. Okay, and then we reverse that, and then a mini loader, because the K2 loaders can't pull anything out of a train. There we go. All right, this will do what we want it to. I know this is kind of wonky, but it works. Yeah, is Captain of Industry still an ongoing concern, or is that done? I still haven't tried that game yet. And what's the problem here? This is going the wrong direction. There we go. Now we're in business. Okay, awesome. Oh, okay. Pitch black. Is that a mod? Always nighttime or something? That sounds pretty fun, actually. All right, now for the science load in. Okay, yeah, I'll just make this. We'll just do this as for the blue circuits or blue science packs. Chemical science cards is what I think they're actually called. Okay, so this will go to the out until full, and then it goes to the in until empty, and then it goes to the refuel until nothing happens for 5 seconds. Okay, and I'm going to have it go to the in right now, just so we can get something rolling here. Okay, so I need another mini loader. You know what? Let me just request a stack of mini loaders. All right. Uh-oh, somebody's hurting us. Not anymore. What's our evolution? I wonder how we're doing now. Okay. Not too much difference. 83. Oh, wow. That sounds pretty cool. I'm going to have to check that out. Excuse me. All right, and then that goes like that. All right, so this is like a little bug. You have to set up the loader. No, I'm not doing this right. You have to set up the K2 loader first, and then the mini loader, and then reverse it. There you go. And then we'll just have that go into a passive provider. And then suddenly, last summer. All right. And now we have research. How cool is that? Okay, now this is the queue. We're not going to be able to do military 4 or railgun until we get a couple more science packs made. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish this, and let's just do some more research that we can actually complete with the science packs that we have. Right, so we'll do ducts, we'll do some of this stuff, we can do tier 2 modules. Right, we'll just start knocking out some of these lower level stuff. And if we look at our power is still doing good. Having uranium processing available will give us the ability to start actually processing uranium, surprisingly enough. I don't have any uranium within my walls, though. It looks like this is probably the closest. Yeah, I think this is the closest patch we have. So we'll have to wait until we expand a bit, and I don't think I want to expand until I get those nice turrets. So we'll keep doing science. But as soon as we can get to some uranium, I want to start mining it and processing it so that we can build up a supply of U-235, and then we'll eventually go to nuclear power. For now, in case anyone is interested, we are using these self-bootstrapping gas generator setups, which are really nice. The only input is water, which is beautiful since water is essentially unlimited in the game. You feed it water, the greenhouses take the water and make wood. The wood is then used by these fuel refineries as an ingredient. It's also used by these boilers to make steam. So the steam and the wood and a little bit of oxygen that we're getting from these atmospheric condensers combine to make bioethanol, and the bioethanol feeds the gas power stations. So it's really nice. And I have 3 of these right now, and each one makes, how much? Is it 183? What's 540 divided by 3? Come on, guys. 540 divided by 3 is 100 and something. 180? 180? Yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, so each one makes 180 megawatts. Why is this one not getting any blue stuff? I guess there's just not enough of it. And holy cow, look at the research coming out. That's awesome. Okay, so I got those, and then we can do those. We can do that. We can do biofuel. We can do reinforced plates. Who cares about reinforced plates? Air purification, some people were asking about. Oh, here, let's do production tech card, because we need that for the next stage. Oh, and we can do nuclear power. All right, so that'll get us ready for nukes. Very nice. Yeah, sorry about that, Rob. I know I'm supposed to be doing the math for everyone, but I'm a little out of it myself. This is going to take forever to fill up. You know, we're pretty close to the labs, so the other thing that we could do, kind of like we did here, we could just belt it over into chests rather than use the train. I don't know. Might that be better? Or we could say, rather than get full, here, how about this? We'll say to wait there until you're full, or yeah, or 1 minute has passed. How about that? Because otherwise we're going to have to wait, who knows, like we're going to have to wait like an hour for it to fill up the first time before we can get any research done, and that's kind of boring. So we'll do it like this. We'll just have it deliver every minute. Because we are, I mean, we're really ripping through the research here. I'm actually kind of surprised how fast it's going. So we're doing that. You know, there's a lot of stuff. Mining drill 2. Yeah, let's do mining drill 2. Yeah, we'll just keep going until we get everything done that we can do with these 3 tech cards. All right. Oh, okay. I remember now. So after that, I wanted to do recursive blueprints. So let me load that mod up. And we'll try to figure out how to do that. Excuse me. We'll try to figure out how to use that to automatically deploy trains. Oh, I already have it. Okay. I just need to turn it on. There we go. Bear with me while we restart. I have used an auto research mod, Emu, and that's a good idea. Let's activate that one too. That'll make the research easier, because then I don't have to manually select things. The only thing I like about selecting things manually in the research queue is that, at least with Krastorio, since I haven't played it for a while, I'm going to be researching things that, with the queue, I'm going to be researching things that I don't really remember that exist, and I'm going to be unlocking technologies that I might never use, you know what I mean? Just because I'm not aware of its existence. Yeah, but what is the name of the mod that I've got for that? Let me look. Improved research queue. That's the one I've got. I haven't used it in a while. When was the last time it was updated? It's been a while. Do you guys have a recommendation? Auto research mod? Is that a better one? Yeah, this one hasn't been updated since early last year. I think I'll trash it, actually. Auto research. Yeah, that's a year old too. Well, if anybody has a recommendation for a research mod, I'd be happy to hear it. You know what? Let's see. Can I cancel that? Yeah. Let's try this one. Let's just see if it works. What updates do I have? All right. Nothing that important. Let's try it. We'll see if improved research queue still works. And if it works with K2, which it might not. I always like trying mods that might break the game in front of a live audience. Pro streamer. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay. Improved research queue. Okay. All right. How do I turn it on? Worst things have happened, right, K-Mac? All right, let's see. How do I bring up this auto research queue? Shift T. Okay. Ah, okay. Looks like it works. All right, let's not show researched. Oh, okay. Show upgrade technologies. All right, cool. All right, so we don't want basic tech card because, I mean, there's none of those left anyway. Right, so we just want red, green, and blue. Continue the queue. That didn't do anything. Okay. Do I just close it then? Or do I have to... Oh, I have to automatically... I still have to select them? Yeah, I wanted just to do it by itself. Otherwise, what's the point? Well, then it's only a filter, I guess. Okay. Alright, so I guess I still have to select things manually. Okay. Well, that's slightly disappointing. I know that there was a research queue mod that would automatically add stuff to the queue. Like you would just tell it what packs you want to use, and it would just keep going. Improved research queue. Auto. Okay, well, I guess the good thing about this is it makes it easy to see the ones that we can do, and it looks like we can queue up more than what vanilla allows us, so that's fine. Okay, do I have recursive blueprints now? There should be a device. Yes. Okay. All right. So, let's take a look at that. All right, let me set this up so that you guys can see this. Okay, so this is recursive blueprints. All right, so there's a blueprint deployer chest. So you put a blueprint in the chest and then it'll run. And then you set width and height. No. How do you set... Okay, so use X and Y signals to change where you want it to go. You can rotate. Okay, so let's try... Let's just try it. I think we're just going to have to experiment here a little bit. I know there's some tutorials on the web. But we're not gonna sit here and watch tutorials together. We'll see if we can get this to work, and if not, then we'll stop goofing around and we'll go do something more useful. Okay, but I know that the first thing is that we need to put in a train, right? Right, we need to create the blueprint that we want. So let's do this. We'll need to give it some fuel. What is this? Okay. And since fuel is actually on the logistics network, let's go ahead and put that in here. Okay. So then this would be the blueprint. Oh. Okay. I don't want to include the train station. I do want to include the trains. And we want to include train fuel. Do we? Okay. Okay. Here. Even better. Yes. We'll include train fuel, and that way we don't necessarily have to fill it up with fuel. So I'll just include like 50 fuel in the tank to begin with. So I don't even need that. Okay. So let's do that. Include the trains, include the train fuel, and we don't even need the entities. Okay, and we'll create a blueprint, and then we put that blueprint in here. Okay, and then we need a constant combinator. Alright, let's pull this up again. Okay, so if we put a construction bot signal in there, that'll tell it to deploy. But first I think we need to set the X and Y signals. And I'm not quite sure how that is supposed to work. Like, how is it relative X and Y? I think it is relative to where the deployer is. Let's see. Does it say here? It doesn't say here. But I think that's how it works. Alright, so let's... Okay, so that's our center position. So our center position is kind of right... Okay, I mean, I can see where it is. It's like right here. Okay, so how many, let's see how many tiles that is, and see if we can figure out the X and Y. And like I said, I think it's from the deployer. So it would be 1, 2, 3. So Y, I think, needs to be -3. Let's try it. Yeah. Assuming that we're using like Cartesian coordinates where plus X and plus Y are on the upper right. So Y should be -3. And then X would be -12. Okay, so let's remove the train. And let's put a little buffer chest here for the fuel, just so that there's always some close by. Yeah, and in fact, I think rather than keeping wood, I'm going to give myself some... Well, no, I'm not going to do it because this is going to do it for me. Okay, so now I think I just set the construction signal to 1. Okay. Okay, we're close. We need Y to go +3. I am a genius. Okay. And now we have an automatic train deployer. Right, so now let's say we wanted to set up another ore train for iron ore. How many of those do I have? Yeah, so let's do another train for iron ore. So we go out until full. We go in until empty. And then we go to refuel for inactivity. And as a matter of fact, let's do yet another thing. Because I don't think it copies train schedules. But here, what I'm going to do... No, that's not really going to help me. I was going to say I could set up a train with a schedule loaded so I could just copy paste it, but really the only benefit I'm going to get from that is by having the refuel automatically on there. That's not going to help a whole lot. Okay, so now if I send this out, it should automatically build the next one. Yeah, baby. Okay. That wasn't too bad. And I'm feeling rather proud of myself right now, guys. I have to admit it. That's pretty slick. I don't know if you guys have seen in the past, there was... I don't know, it's been maybe 4 or 5 months. I did a video on... Or maybe I did it on a stream, I don't remember. But anyway, I remember I was showing everybody a self-expanding factory. It's called Joseph. If you look it up, you can find it. Josef. And this guy... Here, let me show you. This guy made a set of blueprints that would start with this little grid that you see there, And using recursive blueprints and various combinators to check conditions, you would start with that, and it would create a self-expanding factory. So it would build a new blueprint. It would check to see if there were, for example, first it would build like a starter, like what you see in the upper left corner there. It's hard for me to highlight on my screen. But it would build a new grid section, and then the first thing it would try to do, it would try to put down pumps, water pumps. And if no water pumps would print down, it knows that there's no water there. And then it would try to put down mining drills. If it put down mining drills, then it said, okay, this is a mining square. And then it would put in mining drills, and it would put in some stations to load iron, coal, copper, or stone. And it would do it with, just using filter inserters and stuff. So no matter what was in there, it would just mine it and put it in the appropriate stations. If it couldn't put down any mining drills, then it would build either power or production. So if it was a power square, it would put down solar panels and accumulators. And if it was a production square, like the production part of it, let's see. No, that's not it. Main book. I think this is what I want. Yeah, so first it would do the water check, right? And then it just puts pumps down anywhere there's water. And then it would do an ore check. And that's what you get if there's ore available. Or that, right? And that's actually power. It says ore found, but that's what the power looks like. Right? That's the production square. The production square just makes everything. It makes a small, I think each one of these can do like 3 science per minute, right? Of all of the science packs. So it does a little bit of, it uses coal liquefaction to make oil. So you don't have to worry about oil anywhere. But yeah, there's a little refinery in there. There's smelting, and it makes everything to make science packs. And it also makes all the items that are needed to build more supplies for the rest of the base. Right. And then this is what, if it decides it needs more, like it checks for a certain ratio between power cells and production cells. Right. So if the ratio, depending on what the ratio is, it'll decide whether to make more production cells or more power cells. And then it just runs. You just set it up, and it just runs automatically. It's really, really cool. The problem with it, though, is that like once it gets... I've had it run to where it's gotten, and it spirals out, right? That's how it builds. So it starts, and it just goes around, and then it starts a new ring. Yeah, it eats UPS. That's what I was getting at. Yeah. Once you get out to like 10 or 12 rings, the UPS just starts to really go down. But man, how cool. How cool is that? Okay. Anywho, let's take a look at our research queue. All right. We're plugging along here. Yeah, so we're getting to air purification, and I know some people were talking about whether we should use air purification or not. And I'm thinking that the answer is no. I don't really care about pollution at this point because, look, our evolution is already almost at 90%. So even if we started cleaning up all the pollution right now, we're getting behemoth biters anyway. So, yeah. So I'm not going to bother with air purification. I don't really care about it. Let's look at our pollution cloud. Yeah. I mean, I guess less pollution would trigger fewer attacks, even if evolution is not a concern, but I don't care. Let's just Let's just forget about evolution. Okay. So what we need to do next is the next level of science pack. So if I want to get to railgun turrets, we are going to need military production and utility. Okay. So why don't we do military next? And we'll at least get this started before the end of the stream. Okay, and we're just doing 90 per minute right now. That needs electronic components, blank tech cards, and biter research data. Okay. I think I have electronic components on the grid. I do. Okay, so that's good. Blank tech cards, we know how to make those. And how do we make biter research data? I don't remember. That takes coke, biomass, and steel. Okay, so we have coke and steel on the grid. I don't have biomass on the grid. I do have a bunch of biomass from killing biters. But I think at this stage, I think I need to be... No, Hank, that was the one I'm going after is like the explosive railgun. Yeah, the railgun turret that shoots the shells. Yeah, there is a laser railgun at some point too. Laser artillery turret is what that's called. That's going to need some more advanced stuff. Kidral, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that needs a lot of advanced stuff that I don't have yet, but that'll be super cool too. Yeah, these advanced guns are pretty amazing. Like, I don't remember which one it was, whether it was the laser one or the other turret, but I remember that they can one-shot behemoth biters. Depending on... And actually, aren't there... What are the... Yeah, and then so you can choose either to use the railgun shell, which is like a single... It's like a single target projectile, right? So that does 2k plus 1k physical damage. Yeah, the range is 100, which is amazing. And then there's the explosive one, which does... Looks like it does the same amount of damage. Actually, it does a little bit more damage, but it's an area of effect, so the damage gets spread out. Yeah, so I don't know if... But my thinking is that the railgun shell is good for doing high damage to single targets, and the explosive one is good for taking out groups. So I know that the railgun shell will one-shot behemoth biters. It doesn't fire very quickly, though. So, if you have a big pack of them coming, it'll probably take out like 2 or 3 of them, like when they're on their way in, And then you still have to take care of the rest, but that's what all the flamethrowers and stuff are for. I wonder, since I'm already making basic tech cards here, I wonder if I could put military science in here too. I didn't really set this up very well. I should have just done the 8 stations thing from the very beginning instead of the 4-station version. I probably should have just done the 8-station version for the whole friggin' base, but I didn't think of it at the time. Yeah, because pretty much everything that I need well, let's make biomass, because I know that there's a way to make your own biomass, right? Thus far, I've only been collecting the biomass from creep. I don't see it here, but I know that we can produce it ourselves in some way. Once I do the research. Okay. I think it's in my queue, isn't it? Oh, it probably needs... It needs some other... Okay, here we go. It needs military tech cards. Okay. So we'll have to start off making the biomass ourselves. Here comes an attack. Let's watch, because that's always fun. Yeah, I suppose that initially I could just bring in biomass via robot. And there's all my robots damaging themselves for no reason. That's frustrating. All right. Yeah, because if I was going to add military to this station, I would have to bring in electronic components, coke, and steel. I would have to bring in 4 more items. Yeah, I can't do it. So we'll have to choose a new spot for it. And that's fine, because at least this way later on when I decide to expand or, increase volume, I'll have more space. All right. So, where do I want to put it? Here, let's leave this open. All right, so electronic components are here. Coke is here. And looks like we're doing quite nicely there. Steel is down here. And biomass is going to be wherever biomass is. All right, so why don't we do it over here? I'll just make it right here. That way we're close to the steel, we're close to the electronic components. The coke is going to have to travel some distance, but we'll be close to most of what we need. All right, and I'll need to import 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so this should be, this should be a grid where we use the 8-station design rather than the 4-station design. Okay, so first let's clear out the 4 stations. And yeah, I'll have to make a blueprint for the 8-station version. But until then, I can just copy them all. Well, I'll just make it from them all, and then I'll save it. so clear all that out. And in fact, I probably have it saved in my history here, not too far back. Yeah. Let's remove that, and then I'm all good. And there was one signal. That one needs to go. That one needs to go. And that one needs to go. Okay. And let's add that to the blueprint book. Okay. There we go. You know what? It would be nice if I made it snap as well, like I'm doing for the other ones. All right, so 128, 12, 12, 32. 128, 12, 12, 32. There. What? Okay, we're gonna have to shift it. Yeah. So grid position. We'll have to change grid position. Six. Does that look right? No. That looks right. Let's try that. Okay, I think that's good. Picker tweaks mod. I don't have picker tweaks. I have picker dollies. Yeah, and I know there's another mod too that will fireproof your bots. You know what I was interested in? I was talking about this in a previous stream. What I would really like is if there was a mod that would just add a few research levels for fire resistance. And I wouldn't want it to be like 100% fire resistance, but I'm thinking like maybe like each level you research increases fire resistance by 50%. Or let me say it this way: each level would decrease the difference between fire resistance. Well, it would get. It's hard to explain. Each level reduces your non-resistance by half. So, for example, you start with 0 fire resistance. You research level 1, now you have 50% fire resistance. You research level 2, you have 20 or 75%. Research level 3, and then you have, 87.5, right? So like you can never get to 100%, but you can, you can asymptotically approach it. I'm a nerd. Okay, so we need iron and copper. Oh, you know what? I should have changed these all to say undefined, so we don't get all this wonky crap. All right, anyway, one's going to be copper in. One's going to be iron in. that's for the tech cards. And then we need electronic components. And we need coke and steel. Let's see, coke in. And we need steel in. And we need biomass in, which doesn't exist yet, but we'll make it. And then once we do the research, we'll make a biomass out. Okay, and then we'll have military science out. Military tech card out. Okay. And then the last one will be undefined. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients in, 1 ingredient out. Okay. And this is going to be biomass in. All right. So let's put in the stations. Oh, that was the wrong one. That's a loading station. My bad. I need an unloading station. Okay, which I do have in the right orientation. Okay, and these are all going to be loading stations, so we'll put these down for everything. Okay. All right, and then what I need is I need to make a 90-degree version of this. Once we get more chests over here. What are we doing on chests, guys? Well, there's a lot of them. Okay, here they come. Okay. So now I can take that, I can rotate it 90 degrees, and then merge these. unloading. All right. There we go. All right, so now I have it in both directions. All right. Here, let me do this as well. I'm going to remove those. Okay. All right, good. Okay. All right, so I need to deploy another train for copper. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, you know what? Let's try to make this easier. Let's pick one of these trains. Oh. Shoot. Copy. Paste. Beautiful. All right. So that'll give us another train. I just thought of one more thing I'd like to do with that train deployer. And that is, let's buffer some train parts here. There. So that way I'll have enough train parts for 5 trains already stored in the chest close by. Okay. All right. So that should be arriving shortly. All right, and then this is for electronic components, which I know we have at the mall. There we go. So we'll just copy that schedule and go. Coke. We'll need another train for Coke. Steel. There's a steel train at the mall. This one here. So let's copy that. Send him out. I should make another blueprint for one with fluid wagons. Yeah, I'll do that later. Okay, coke, steel. All right, yeah, and for the biomass, here's what I'll do. I'll put in a requester chest. Right, like we'll have one coming out. And then I'll put a requester chest here. And have this request all the biomass that I have in the logistics network. So at least this way, if I pick up any, if I pick up any more creep or whatever, it'll get brought over. And I'm not sure how much I have. Okay, I have 4,300 biomass. All right, yeah. So once we start making these military tech cards, then we're going to want to prioritize doing the biomass or the bioprocessing research, so that we can get that done quickly. Pardon me. And in fact, let's take that out. Let's put in military. Let's just go ahead and queue that up right now. Okay, now we just need to wait for the trains to arrive, basically. All right, so I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 4 goes like that. That's pretty close to the middle. And then I'll remove everything from that side. We'll change the recipe. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Oh, shoot. I have these all going the wrong way. These are not unloading stations. These are loading stations. Okay. Fortunately, that is easy to fix. Okay, no, this one is right. And this one is right. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there's my basic tech cards. Now let's do biter research data, coke, steel, and biomass. How are we doing on the coke? All right, just go ahead and deliver the coke already. Does it come in here? Can't tell. Where are you going? Okay, you're going to the other place. All right, so I want this train. All right, whatever you got now, just bring it over. Let's get things rolling. Okay, we got some steel. That's good. And we got the biomass. Okay, so I need 4 buildings. Making that stuff. Okay. Nope. Okay. So we'll do coke and steel on one belt. Like that. And then we'll do the biomass on this belt like that. Okay. And then we just need the electronic components. Oh, the other thing, this is biter research data. All right, so this is what we make from the biomass. And that should do it. Throw in a few lights. Okay, cool. And we have military science. And again, I'll just do a single wagon for that, like we did over here. Oh, I didn't get it all. Okay, there, have some rocket fuel. Okay, so this will be going from military science out. Yeah. I missed it. There we go. Until full. This is going to have to be rebuilt at some point. And we'll put this on a 60-second loop as well. Okay. No, I think it's only used for the military science, actually. Biter research data. Let's check. Yeah. Yep, just used for that. Okay. All right. So the next thing we'll have to do is biomass production once this research is done, but time is up for me today, so as soon as this research is done, I'm going to have to wrap things up. But I think that much was accomplished. I mean, we got 4 science packs done. Hey, thanks, C Black. 21 months, my friend. I love you, buddy. Thanks again for the support, man. What the? Oh, see, that's not good. What the? Oh, he's trying to kill that rock. All right, that's fine. Let him. Yeah, thanks, Rob. Hope to see you again. For anybody who's new here, my normal stream schedule is Wednesday evening and Sunday morning. So, so my next stream will be on Wednesday at night, my time. Yeah, and you all are more than welcome to come back. At least, for the next probably month or two, we'll be working on this K2 base. I'm sure we got lots of work ahead of us. After that, I might do Angels and Bobs. I've been thinking about that. Yeah, and occasionally on a fake Sunday. Last week, I woke up early, got myself ready, made my coffee. I came in here. I started the stream. Nobody was on. I was like, where the heck is everybody? And then after a few minutes, a few people started to roll up. And somebody said, someone's like, oh, hey, Tuplex, sorry I'm late. I didn't realize you were going to stream on Saturday today. I was like, what? And it was Saturday. Yeah, I screwed up. It was funny, though. It makes a good story. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Actually, let's see who we can raid today. Let's see who's playing. If you have any requests, let me know. Colonel Will. Let's raid Colonel Will. He's playing Factorio right now. He's a good guy. Let's see. Oh, let's try it this way. There we go. All right, guys. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you next time.